Thank you very much. On behalf of the President, members of the Council, and the family of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we welcome the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, as well as the top officials of the nation's banker. Mr. President, representing the aides, Mr. Sam Okogwe, who is the Deputy Director, also representing the Director. We also have seated Mrs. Amina Abdul Malik, who is Deputy Director, Currency Operations Department. You're welcome, ma'am. Mr. Imo Isu is Assistant Director, Corporate Communications Department. The way your name is spelled, sir, if I should pronounce it the Yoruba way, Mr. Uche, I can see that Oga Sam is laughing. Mr. Uche Ezeilo, Assistant Director, Corporate Communications Department. And Mr. Uche Ogbonna, the Head, Corporate Communications Department, Lagos Liaison Office. The Governor, sir, you're welcome to the Lagos International Trade Fair, powered by Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the oldest Chamber of Commerce in West Africa, and the most consistent in the continent of Africa, the biggest and the oldest, the largest. Leading us today, we have standing in for the President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Otumba Dr. Michael Olawale Cole, CON, is the Deputy President, Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, FCA. It is supported today by the Vice President and Chairman of the Trade Promotion Board, Engineer Layaku Polui. I can see Mrs. She's been with us since morning. I've been wanting to acknowledge, but one thing or the other, Auntie Mrs. Bebeton Young. I'm not underestimating you, ma. It's a pleasure having you around again. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me now invite the President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Otumba Dr. Michael Olawale Cole, CON, to present the official address of welcome through the Deputy President. Mr. President, sir.
The Governor of the Central Bank, represented by the Director of Corporate Communications Department, who is led today by Mr. Sam Okogwe, Deputy Director, the leaders of the bank who are here with us, the officers of the chamber who are here with us, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, to this Cbn Special Day at the ongoing Lagos International. Our generic theme for this fair, creating value. This theme underscores the importance of and networking among businesses for trade partnerships, investments, and wealth creation. More importantly, captures the importance of business leveraging, trade. I believe that the leadership of CBN were here when the AFREXIM was making their presentation, and that contributed to the delay of the commencement of the CBN. Decisions to bring back inflation may be difficult. The consequences of letting too high inflation become entrenched will be much more worse for everyone. We expect the CBN to work towards controlling the driving forces of the major economic indicators to provide better economic performance, to drive better economic performance in the months and quarters.
Now we have a breather through the Papalolos. Please, let's put our hands together as we welcome the Papalolos. You know, a couple of days back, a couple of weeks, 1 or 2 weeks ago, the CBN talked about the redesign of the Naira. Who has seen the new Naira note design? You haven't seen it. I think I saw it in my dream. Yes, I saw it in my dream. But I'll confirm that dream today. Abi Alaja. Papa Lolo, let's go.
You see this most of you na my best friend be. I no go lie for you. Now money full year so. Money na full year. Money I don't dey save. I won't go Lagos straight fair. I have to go carry small inside. Now I go buy something for Lagos. See, who the DG self of Lagos straight fair? He call me say make I come buy something. Come buy market.
Wow. Chai. So like this now. What is there inside this one? Money, have you?
Na money.
Money?
No near and too much.
Wait first now. Nice one.
Not the touch it.
Why una dey drag? Wetin happen? Wetin dey make all of una, two of una, dey drag? Shey I think say two of una na best friend. What happen?
Not tell them anything. No, not tell them anything. Tell them another thing. You know say money dey here.
You say wetin?
No, my brother.
Wait, Mercy. Wetin be this? Kai! Na money you gather like this?
No, na the money I want.
Na money you gather for inside your room?
No.
Nigerian currency.
I dey go Lagos straight here.
E be like say you no know wetin dey happen.
Wetin happen?
You no know say wetin dey happen now for Nigeria be say Nigeria now CBN wan redesign our money wey we dey use.
How?
Aye! See, they will redesign 200 naira note, 500 naira note, and even 1,000 naira note. See, oh yeah, wait.
I'm not going to use this money.
You see as this one dey like this now. They go bring them in a very, very new shape. And the money go come out from on the 15th of December. But from on the 31st. Yes. So as it be now, make me and you and three of us make we try tell Nigerian people wetin dey happen. See, my people of Nigeria, my people of Lagos, even my Central Bank. God bless you now. Yes, the new story be say Nigeria now we want redesign our currency. 200 naira notes we go redesign them. 500 who dey carry am?
Hello.
500 naira notes we go redesign. Oh, God bless you.
Bye.
Nous vous avons compris. Voilà, obligatoire. Beaucoup fit kukufa. Jean-François Ndengue est là. Toi-même tu sais, c'est la boutique bijoux. Robert Brazza, Nicolas Abena. Joseph Anzou, LPLG, Yves Dembélé.
I thought we were going to do that one of jumping off the stage and landing on your flat buttocks. That would have been sweeter. Abby? Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to hear from the Director, Corporate Communications Department, Central Bank of Nigeria, represented by the Deputy Director, Mr. Sam Okogboe. Please put your hands together for him.
MC, thank you. The President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Otumba Michael Olawale Cole, represented by the Deputy President, Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, other officials of the chambers here, the Central Bank Executive, other colleagues of mine, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the press. I am representing the Director of Corporate Communication, Mr. Ositawani Sobi, who happens to be my boss. He's attending other very, very, very important programs in Abuja. That is why he's not here. On behalf of the management and staff of the Central Bank, I welcome you to the bank's special day at the ongoing 2002 Lagos International Trade Fair with the theme, Connecting Businesses, Creating Value. The fair, no doubt, has lived up to its billing, given the number of participants and the quality of goods and services on display, which boldly speak to the theme. It would have it would not have come at a better time than now, when the country is exploring every opportunity to recalibrate its economy following the impact of the dreaded COVID-19 and the recession we just exited recently. The team, therefore, is in line with the bank's strategy of consistently creating enabling policies that drive economic activities, job creation, increase productivity, and contribute to the sustainable, inclusive economic growth and development of the country. The Central Bank of Nigeria will continue to demonstrate unwavering commitment to supporting a productive economy and prudent management of the country's vast resources, as that is the only panacea to reaching Nigeria's desired economic destination. The establishment of the Secure Transaction in Movable Assets Act, otherwise known as the National Collateral Registry Act, and the Credit Reporting Act are part of the efforts of the bank to institutionalize business-friendly environments where businesses could thrive seamlessly, particularly the micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, which is the engine of growth in the economy. In addition to this, the bank has initiated interventions that recorded significant successes in providing the needed structure for business to grow. These include the Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises Development Fund, which has supported entrepreneurship development with over 39.26 million. The real sector supports facilities, RSSF, through differentiated cash reserve ratio, DCRR, where disbursement to 426 projects across the country stood at 2.110 trillion naira as at September 2022. And the 100 for 100 policy on production and productivity, PPP, with cumulative disbursement of 93.39 billion naira to 62 projects within the aforementioned period. Others include the Tertiary Institutions Entrepreneurship Scheme, TIES, which has total disbursement of 332.43 million naira, the Healthcare Sector Intervention Facilities, HSIF, with cumulative disbursement of 130.54 billion naira for 131 projects, comprising 32 pharmaceuticals, 60 hospitals, and 30 other health-related services. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the world is fast moving to a digitalized economy, and Nigeria cannot be found lagging. Hence, the introduction of the central bank digital currency, the e-Naira, the first of its kind in Africa, and ranked among the best in the world. The payment platform with the slogan, Same Naira, More Possibilities, aims at enhancing financial inclusion, supporting Nigeria's strong, stable, and resilient payment ecosystem, reducing the cost of processing cash, and enabling direct and transparent welfare interventions to citizens. Other benefits derivable from the policy include, but not limited to, increasing revenue and tax collection, facilitating diaspora remittances and reducing the cost of transaction, as well as improving the efficiency of payments. While the CBN will continue to refine, fine-tune, and upgrade the platform with additional functionalities in the near term, the INARA has recorded over 700,000 transactions worth about 8 billion naira within its first year up to October 2022. 33 banks have been fully integrated and live on the platform. In addition to the foregoing, over 1 million customers have onboarded, while over 305 have successfully registered on the e-Naira platform across the country. I enjoin you to be part of history by downloading your e-Naira Speed wallet and getting on board today if you are not yet there, as the trend has moved. As you all may be aware, the Central Bank of Nigeria, riding on the international best practice and Section 2, Subsection B of the CBN Act 2007, which stipulates currency management's key function, announced the redesign, production, release, and circulation of new series of 3 banknotes out of the existing price 200, 500 naira, and 1,000 effectively December 15, 2020. After its launch by the President, the new and existing currency shall remain legal tender and circulate together on 3. Existing currency shall Nigeria. While deposit money banks have been directed to immediately start returning the existing currencies to the CBN, they have also been instructed to receive the existing banknotes along the threshold of the by the cashless policy without charge to customers. Consequently, you must return all the current 200 naira, 500 naira, 1,000 naira notes to your banks before the deadline. Care. It with utmost dignity. Do not spread, squeeze, or counterfeit the naira, as the fraud goes with consequences. I wish to place on record our gratitude to the management staff of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and LCCI for providing the bank with this platform to engage multi-mean stakeholders with the bank's team at the fair. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the CBN Governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, and his team are resolute in steering the ship of the nation's economy to prominence. The focus of the bank is macroeconomic stability, which entails building a strong, stable, and resilient economy that is self-sustaining and able to weather unanticipated shocks. This, the bank will do by applying appropriate monetary policy tools, striving to rein in inflation, and continuously encouraging a productive economy through its interventions. We have no other country than Nigeria, And it is our collective responsibility as Nigerians to make the country work. It is now my singular honor to respectfully invite you, ladies and gentlemen, on a tour of the CBN Pavilion for all inquiries relating to how best we can serve you through any of our interventions, your relationship with the banks, how you can be seamlessly onboarded on the e-Naira platform, and more information on the redesign of the three currency banknotes. Thank you very much for your attention. Mr. Sitawani Sobi.
Thank you very much, sir. I could see that you didn't edit anything out of that speech. You even read it up to the end, where the Director of Corporate Communications signed. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for him. This one that I'm inviting the people, say we should go now. Should we go now? You have invited us. No, he has invited us. We can forget about other programs and just go there now. Okay. May I now invite my darling sister, the ebullient, beautiful, benevolent, confident, composed, didactic, energetic, efficient, firm, gorgeous, humble, intelligent, jovial, kind, loving, magnanimous, noble, opulent, patriotic, resolute, sensational, scintillating, tantalizing, obeying, Mrs. Amina Abdul Malik, Deputy Director, Currency Operations Department, to make a presentation on Naira, the design. I did tell you that I've seen the design in my dream. Maybe I'll see it in reality today, I don't know.
Oga MC, this your introduction is... Thank you very much. I want to stand on the existing protocol established by my boss, the Director of Corporate Communication. What I'm going to discuss with you, I'm sure you have a bit of pieces on the media already. Basically, why are we redesigning? Why are we doing at this time? Central has as one of our core mandates issuance of legal tender currency. And in doing that, it involves a lot of activities. And the bank has been challenged in carrying out these major mandates. Before we issue currency, we have to plan. Planning means we have to determine the volume of banknote that will be appropriate for the economy. This we have been doing over the years, all year round. This is something we do all the time. And once that is done, we have to send it to our Nigerian Security Printing and Minting to print. They are our sole printer. Central Bank don't print outside. They have a factory in Lagos here and in Abuja. So we don't print. Once that is done, we have to distribute. Distributing this currency across Nigeria is a lot of work, a lot of logistics, and a lot of costs. Then, of course, those banknotes we have issued are expected to come back, where they will be processed into fit and unfit. The unfit are supposed to be withdrawn, and the fit reissued. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, once we issue, the notes disappear. We can't find them. And so those are the challenges around currency management that necessitate us to do a redesign. Number one, we have huge challenge of counterfeit. Nigerians have set up factories and just churning out our banknotes. Because those banknotes don't come back into the banking system, you are not able to fish out the counterfeit. That is number one. And there's no central bank in the world. Most central bank redesign as soon as they see the level of counterfeit growing. It's zero tolerance for counterfeit, because if you don't have confidence in your banknote, then there's a problem. So that is number one challenge for us. And then hoarding. People simply love to keep this money at home, and you know, whoever wants to do that is into illegal activities, either kidnapping. If you are afraid of taking your banknote to the bank, then you have something to hide. Because if you are doing a legitimate business, after sales, it's not easy to handle cash. It's very difficult, counting and all that. I don't think if those of you that are already used to other channels of making payment, I don't think you want to use cash. It's very convenient and easy. There's no reason for that to be done. So we have hoarding as a challenge. Because of that hoarding, you find that 84% of currency in circulation is outside the banks. So managing currency has become a huge challenge. So when you keep, every year you print, they disappear, it's being hoarded. So the whole cycle of currency management is a major issue. So that is why it was very important for us to redesign at this time. It's a normal CBN process that all central banks do all over. We've done it in the past, and it did not generate this much. But because of the social media now, we seem to have a challenge. So this is just to let you know what the issues are. And I will not leave here without letting you know that you can participate if you have in the currency management. You can participate in CIT. We register CIT companies. If you go to our website, you'll see the requirement. That means you can move cash. That aspect of distribution, we can outsource to the private sector. So it's something that we expect Nigerians to look at that have the resources to do that. You can also participate in processing. You go to the website, you will see requirement. If you have the required capital, we can outsource that to you. That means banks can bring in the banknote. You help them to sort from clean and unclean. And that will also help in currency management. So I don't want to bore you too much. I just wanted to let you know what actually led to why we are redesigning. There is a need to reduce that cash in circulation so that we can use other channels. And so that I'm sure most of us that travel see how clean other countries' banknotes are. We are not to achieve that note in circulation because of hoarding. And then at parties, we have to spray, which is a major problem. And because we have to spray, people are, selling notes. And so you see it at parties. People just carry banknotes and start selling them, which is very, very unfortunate. So it's something we need to be aware. We're actually doing ourselves. Banknotes that are meant to last for 2 years in circulation, within 3 years they are bad because the way we handle them. We spray on them, and this is our money. It still comes back to us. So I think there are a lot of habits, especially handling Naira, that we need to change. And to know that what we do affects currency management. This is our national pride. And dollar is not our currency. Naira is our currency, and it's important we handle it very well. So I want to thank you for your attention. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ma. I thought my dream was going to come to reality today. I think the commencement date is November 15. Abi? Is it November 15 or December 15? December 15 to January 31. It is well in Jesus' name. We are going to take, CIT a couple of people have asked, Elijah, CIT means cash in transit, right? So in case you are wondering, CIT means cash in transit. Thank you. We were supposed to have a couple of testimonials, but only one person has made it to this venue. No thanks to Lagos traffic. Please put your hands together as I welcome Mrs. Mary Rose Adebayo, the CEO of Mary James Global Limited. I know Cbn is Oluwa mo gbọ́ pé wọ́n rọ̀jò ìbùkún kiri. Abi, I understand that Cbn is raining the naira. Abi, so maybe Mary James will come and explain to us.
I understand. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure once again to be here to testify to the goodness of the Lord and to the goodness of CBN. To whom much is given, is much, much is expected. It can never be too much for me to testify to what I benefited from. Where I am today, it's not that I've never dreamt of it, but I wasn't expecting it so soon. There is something I always want to clear impression about Nigeria, about banks, about the government, about the banks or CBN. I met someone yesterday. I told her about CBN. I asked her, how are you running your business? The source of your funds. She said, no, forget about banks in Nigeria. I don't have time for their problem. If you don't know anybody, it's not possible for you to get loan from banks. And that is why I want to stand here to correct that it's not true. My name is Adebayo Mary Rose. I'm the CEO of Global Limited. We are into cosmetics, manufacturing, and skin services. Prior to the inception of my office or company, I was virtually producing at home because I have no cash. I have no way to borrow money. We know the various ways to get money to start business. Is either through friends and family, bank, or joint production, but I have none. When I heard about Agnes loan, by faith I applied. I want us to know that I have nobody in Central Bank. I don't know even my bank account officers from other banks like GT, but I applied without single faith. I applied just to apply. Shortly after the application, I was called for interview. I went there. 3 months after the interview, I was called for the loan. To my greatest surprise, I was given what I applied for. That was what set me to where I am today. I want us to know that prior to this loan, I don't have any office. But today, I have 5 rooms space factory. Prior to that money, my products barely have a well-branded name. No NAFDAC, nothing. It was that same money I used to register some of my products at NAFDAC. Prior to that loan, I have no staff. But today, we are up to 6 working at Mary James Global. Prior to that loan, I sell my product from my house to end user. But today, my product is in Kenya, is in Gambia, is in US, UK, Nigeria already. My product is here. It's made in Nigeria. It's with the help of the loan I took that I was able to achieve what I achieved today. It's not just that. Every year, I want us to know that this loan was gotten prior before pandemic lockdown. Just period of 2 years. But where we are today, I wish I could just, I was asking my bank officer, can I return the money and get ×2, if possible? It's so seamless, very easy to pay. If you know what you are doing. In fact, I have paid extra 5 months upfront because it's very easy. At the end of the month, you'll be able to get everything you are doing, do them right. It's not when you be running that you are owing bank. The only problem people run into, I used to tell them, is when you borrow money without plan, definitely it's going to fail. But I have my plan. I have my business plan. I know what I want to do if and only if I get money. Immediately I get the money, I implemented it into all my plan, and everything was successful. So I want to appreciate CBN for that. And I want to encourage every other person. There is no business. You cannot run business without loan. If you want to grow, you cannot. But you don't take loan if you don't have plan. Don't take loan if you don't know what you do with the loan. Because if you take that, that is when people find it difficult to pay their loan. You use it into what is not planned for. It's not going to multiply. But if you implement it into what is planned for, definitely is going to multiply tripled. So I encourage every one of us, like he said, to visit the stand and ask anything you want to know about it. I'm sure the window is still open. People are still getting it. And it's working. Not just that, they are very close to us. I remember one time I needed to rebrand my product. CBN, I asked them for a token, which they gave to me. And this loan always comes with monitoring that will give you space for you to produce, sell, and get money to put in it again. Not only that, they check us. I got to my bank at a time because I asked them when I paid the loan, not knowing that CBN on their own decided to give us extra 6 months because they felt that the inflation is affecting manufacturers. That was so much kind of them to do. Though I was not affected because I'm very, very okay in what I'm doing, and to the glory of God, I'm doing well. So thank you to the Central Bank of Nigeria, and thank you, the governor. Thank you, everyone. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Adebayo. I really understand. It gets to a point that you have money. You are so happy. Madam, I don't know if you know this, so Abayin dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Erimoyama tó ṣèlérí tó sì mú májẹ̀mú ṣẹ. Ẹ bá wọn yọ̀, Abayin yọ̀, ẹ bá mi yọ̀, Oyin bá lógo. We thank God for your life and for the other beneficiaries of CBN. Well, I'd like to invite the President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce, represented by the Deputy President, to make a special presentation on behalf of the Chamber to the Central Bank of Nigeria. After that, the officials on the front row will join them on the top table. We'll join them on the stage for a group photograph before the vote of thanks.
some of their officials. Okay. On behalf of users, we want this catalog. It contains all the exhibitors at this fair, and so you will have access to all of them, stand to all of them, to track your performance in this fair, facts of your participation. This is apart from the normal plaque of recognition that will be distributed to all sponsors on the closing day. It's my pleasure to present.
Audio official, please. Official from all the officer of CBN for go photograph. Front row. Yeah. On behalf of the President, Council, and member of Trade Promotion Board of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I wish to express our gratitude to the leadership of CBN for sponsoring this special day of this year fair. Let me give additional testimony for CBN. Additional testimony, CBN. CBN, I know you have intervention on education, correct? You have intervention on health. You have intervention on agriculture. I know in all the zonal, what we would now call the zonal region of Nigeria, you have picked different institutions to look at their need and have invested heavily into education, health, ICT, but more importantly, I think the coordination you have before your AMCON, NDIC, and CBN, you have worked out the tears, the agony of losing money on Faith Bank. When you see it coming, you prevent that. And that is the reason why I was discussing with my friend here. I said CBN need to be a partner at Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. This is not Lagos State. This is Lagos, Nigeria. We started in 1888. I don't know how many years before CBN started in 1959. We are the people that brought the legal tender money, not just from Liverpool to Nigeria. Check it out. We are the only one that you can use to get to your last mileage. I told my friend, I said, you should look at it there. Afrexim has just left. Bank of Industry. This is the landing pad for CBN. 70% of all investment, of all businesses that come to Nigeria come through here. It is about Nigeria. It is not Lagos. I want to challenge CBN that next year, let's partner together and let us be able to reach the last mile. You are doing a great job, but not too many people know why. Why are you changing Naira? Why are you changing within a month? Yes, everyone has been accusing you that you are changing Naira because CBN just want to award contract to print Naira. But that is not true. You are changing Naira because you want the Naira for us to have confidence in Naira. There are so many things we cannot say in the public, but we know a lot of factory, other than the factory you are managing, are printing Naira. That is the truth. So many Naira that does not have legal tender are within us here. So let's partner together. It is very necessary that we, the business community, and CBN work together. On that note, and on behalf of the chamber and everyone here today, we will tell the CBN to continue doing your good work, creating confidence for us, the business people, and we'll keep on supporting you. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you very much, sir. You are all invited to the CBN Pavilion to take a tour. Maybe you meet the new Naira design, because I know many people want to see it ahead of time. On behalf of the people, CBN, please show us some time. But if it is your will or your direction, I mean your determination not to show us, so be it. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, after this we have the National Population Commission taking the center stage. Shall we rise for the Nigerian National Anthem? Thank you all. See you at the NPC Special Day later today. Thank you.